When Philadelphia doesn't play their two best players, their all-stars, James Harden and Joel Embiid. But that's life in the NBA. You take what you can get. They're not playing Embiid, basically a load management situation. We saw what Embiid did to the Sacramento Kings the last time these teams played in Philadelphia. He was a one-man wrecking crew. He got the entire front line of the Kings in foul trouble. He had, 16 points in the first quarter. He dominated the game. And the Kings are saying, thank you very much if you don't want to play your big fella. Philadelphia came in playing very well, but, without their two main guys, Sacramento was taking full advantage of this, and they are cruising with just a couple seconds left to go in the first half. Great to have you with us here. Don't forget, we will be on after the game as well, as we will wrap it up, see if the Kings can indeed nail this one down and go to 9 games over 500. This load management is becoming a real problem in the NBA. It really is. I think it's absurd. I mean, Joel Embiid's played the last several games, and now they're talking about it, for sore foot management. It's just, it's awful. But you know what? If you're the Kings, you'll take it. Listen, it's about winning games right now. So if you're Sacramento, you're not feeling sorry for anybody. You're not going to try to change the rules around. But the Kings are getting a hell of a break, and so take advantage of the break. Thank you, Benny. Appreciate that. Saying hi from Golden One Center. Well, I even love that. Hope you're enjoying your experience. I know you made the trip from Mexico. How are you enjoying the experience? It's awesome, man. I hope you can join me after the game as well. Good job. Good job. Really happy when you have people coming from other countries to watch the Kings. We got people from Idaho and everyone excited. Great to hear that. Really great to hear that. So at the half, it is 74-61. Why don't we go look at the box score? We'll bring in Ryan real quick. Actually, 74-64. I beg your pardon. We bring in Ryan here. Ryan, I was just saying before you came on, listen, take advantage of the opportunities given to you. Philadelphia wants to use a load management game on Joel Embiid. Take advantage of it. And that's what they've done. They put 74 points on in the first half. I don't like it. I hate load management. I think it's terrible for the league. But, hey, if you're Sacramento, man, it's a gift. It's wrapped up. It's put under the tree. Open it up and enjoy. And that's what the Kings did in the first half.
That's exactly right, Grant. I mean, if they're going to give us a gift like that, let's take it, but let's make the most of it for sure. And let's get the starters out of there. Let's get some rest, but let's play crisp and play efficient and treat it like a scrimmage for all intents and purposes.
Metu's injury did not look good. We don't have a report on that yet. If we get anything, we'll pass it along. Eduardo in Chile, hello. Hope that you were having a really good day. All right, 74-64. Why don't we peruse this box score a little bit and see what stands out? Again, no Harden, no Embiid. Sabonis, again, 10 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds. Murray, that last basket at the end, 2 of 5, not very active with only 2 rebounds based on what we saw last night. And I just think for a guy like Keegan Murray, it's about learning how to play back-to-backs in the NBA and about getting your body ready. And it's not easy, and that's all part of the process. So, again, I look at Barnes. I thought Harrison Barnes was quiet last night. Certainly not quiet in this game, Ryan. How about his three-point shooting in this game, right? How about his three-point shooting? Made 5 of 6, 5 of 8 from the floor overall. 17 points for Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, and that's the Harrison we've seen over the past month, and it's great to see him back. I think he just had a little bit of an off night last night, but he's stroking it tonight, and that's all that matters.
I'm really happy that we even have people at the arena watching us, man. That's pretty awesome. It really is. So 74-64. Yeah, it's awesome. The one thing about Harrison Barnes, again, I'm nitpicking here a little bit. I'd like to see him rebound the ball a little better.
Sure.
3 rebounds. But, all in all, when the Kings shoot the way they were shooting, both teams really offensively, Ryan, when you think about it, I'm looking at the numbers here. Both teams were pretty good. I mean, Sacramento shot 60%, Ryan, 60% in that first half, including 47% from beyond the arc. And Philadelphia shot 58% from the floor. So, again, not a lot of defense in this game, Ryan. It's pretty much a track meet, offense.
Yeah, exactly, Grant. So we would like to see a little bit more defense in the second half. I do like how efficient they are on offense with the turnovers. They only have 5 turnovers through the first half, so that's a good sign. But definitely, I mean, we know the team's capable of playing defense. Look at the second half last night. So let's see if they can come through and get a little bit better on that.
And it's so awesome how many people are watching now from the game That's great. So awesome to have you here. Really was.
Very cool.
Yeah, I would agree with you that the last 2 minutes was a little sloppy. The Kings had, a much bigger lead. They did get a little sloppy at the end. I was going to say, the Kings put 74 on the board, which is great, but they gave up a couple of points there at the end of the half. Let's hope that doesn't come back and bite them.
Yeah, you know what, Grant? You make a great point, actually, an excellent point. The Kings have a tendency to play with their food a little bit, right? I want to see them stomp them out and actually not just kind of play with them, take them out, be aggressive, and, be efficient. Come out like the score 0-0.
Yep, absolutely. Hey, Ryan, I want to welcome our newest sponsor to the show, and it's Bennett's with 2 locations in Sacramento, Fair Oaks and Howe, and in Roseville, right off Lead Hill and Eureka. That's where we had our event back in September. And I'm really excited to have Bennett's here. Their food is outstanding. I love their steaks. Their steaks are incredible. And they're also going to open up a 3rd location this spring in Rockland. It's going to be Bennett's Westside Grill. It's their newest restaurant, and it will feature live fire grilling. 2 locations. You can go to Bennett'sRestaurants.com. I mean this. I've never had anything bad there, Ryan. You and I, we rave about the food. I told you about the steaks. They have all kinds of different cuts of steaks, premium cuts. It's great. Check it out. You will not be disappointed. And Bennett's, thank you very much, and welcome to YouTube. If you don't like that, with Grant Napier and Ryan in Sacktown, we're happy to have you.
Welcome to the team.
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
the food's so good, Grant. I had never heard of redfish until you introduced me to it there, and now I'm hooked on it. So thank you very much, Brian and team.
Red fish. What else am I going to eat?
Red fish. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Hey, I will tell you this, Frank. Okay, I'm just going to tell you this. You're going to love their steaks. Okay, I'm just telling you right now. You are going to love their steaks. As a matter of fact, I was texting with Brian earlier today, and he wanted me to say, okay, bone-in ribeyes, prime New York, porterhouse, fillets, hanger steak. So whatever cut of beef you want, you're going to find it at Bennett's. And I will tell you, it is outstanding. All right? It's great. Get your steak and enjoy it.
Hard to find a place that does a good hanger steak, and Bennett's does an excellent one.
They do an excellent one. Is exactly right.
Oh, boy.
All right. So thank you to Bennett's. Hey, let's roll up our sleeves to our freaking neck in the second half. You're exactly right. I'm all for that. Again, 74-64. It's interesting, Ryan, because 24 hours ago, you and I were talking right here at the half, and we were, again, talking about a very high-scoring game of 66-59. And you talked about, I really want to see the Kings come out and play some defense, and they did. And this final score last night was rather low compared to what we saw in the first half. I wonder if we're going to see a similar trend here in this game.
Yeah, we could, Grant. I would like to see that trend, right? That would be a good thing for the Kings. But, it's tough to say. They're going to be shooting the ball up. And like I said, if you get the reserves in there, then you may be looking at a little bit more sloppy play. So I'd probably say 125 is going to be the mark tonight. And I know I said 125 last night, but 125.
Justin, their location on Fair Oaks and Howe is fairly new. They took over what used to be Banderas. Their place on Eureka and Lead Hill has been there for a while, but like everyone else, they had to close down their in dining during the pandemic because that part of the Roseville restaurant is considered also a market. They were able to, have takeout food and things of that nature, but you will like it. All right. I want to ask people, while we have a couple of minutes here before the second half resumes, as a Kings fan, all right, are you disappointed that James Harden and Joel Embiid are not playing? Particularly those of you that are at the game right now. They only come in once a year. They're 2 of the stars of the league. Embiid might be the MVP, him and Jokic this year. How do you feel about them resting their guys, and particularly Embiid? All right, they're clearly giving Joel Embiid the night off. How do you feel about that? If you feel that you're not bothered by it, all right, then tell me no. If you are bothered by it, say yes. All right. So yes means you're bothered by it. No means that you don't care. All right. Or you could say it's bullshit like this individual, and that we understand.
That works too.
Yeah. NBA should find them. I think it's a horrible trend in the league. I think it's awful. I think it's hurting the product. I really do. I think it's wrong. I'm not a fan of it. I think that the league has to figure out a way to stop this nonsense, because you know what? It is nonsense. And by the way, I can't even get to all of you as you respond. So thank you very much. I'm doing the best that I can. But I don't like it. I think it's a real problem for the league. I do not like it.
Grant, it's a huge problem across the league. Finding a team for sitting players in a national TV game is not enough of a consequence for them not to sit them, right? Look at Steve
Yep.
Kerr did it twice in Cleveland this year. Only 2 times they were there. As
New
a
Orleans.
Kings fan,
Twice
or
in
New
New
Orleans,
Orleans.
excuse
Yep.
me. Thank you. As a Kings fan, I'm disappointed more so because I want to see them go up against the best talent.
I
That is
agree.
good run that this young team needs, especially as hot as they are right now. But the other side of the coin, it should be an easy win. So that's where you kind of get caught in the middle, right?
Yep. Yep. And again, yeah, at the end, all that matters is a W. And I understand that. But you see, to me, I'm looking at the other aspect of this. Okay. The NBA is like any other sport where you pay money to go. It's entertainment. All right. And you're paying a lot of money. And to me, when you pay a lot of money, if you're going to pay a couple of $100 to go see a play on Broadway in New York, and you get there and all the headliners are out and the big stars, you're going to be pissed. You're going to be upset. And if you're not hurt, and Joel Embiid is not hurt, he should be playing tonight. And I have a problem with that. I think it's wrong for the league. And I don't know what the solution is, but I'm not a fan of it. I think it's terrible. I really do. I think it's terrible.
Yeah, Grant. When I think about it, people say let's have a shorter season. People say let's have a longer season in terms of months. Same amount of games, longer time in between. The cynic says, why don't you, if you're going to rest players, come out in advance, a month in advance, and say these players are going
Great
to
point.
be resting on this night. And now they have to rest no matter what, even if that game is going to get you into the playoffs. They are
Great point.
resting, and everybody knows in advance.
It's a very good point. Don't tell us 2 hours before the game when everybody's on the secondary market paying, a premium for these tickets. So, you know what? Again, this is a great one right here. Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant will not sit. They feel obligated to entertain their fans. You're right. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas. I mean, we can go on and on and on. Now in this era, this generation of coaches, general managers, and players, it's now fashionable to take nights off. And I hate it. You don't see players in the National Hockey League doing this. This is a disgrace. It really is. It is a disgrace. Here's one right here. I'm going to the Memphis Grizzlies game. Ja Morant better play. Well, guess what? They play Philadelphia tomorrow night. Or excuse me, they play in Phoenix tomorrow night. I would think he would play, but you never know. Danny Ainge is another one. You would never get Danny Ainge to sit a game out. Are you kidding me? Danny Ainge would fight you in the hallway. There's no way you would have Danny Ainge not play because you were resting him. That would never happen.
Yeah, and Grant, you kind of bring up a good point. I mean, and all the players that have been mentioned, they love the game. It wasn't just about going out and entertaining the fans.
Yep.
They wanted to be on the court. But I wonder what the players' reaction is behind the scenes on this. Is this the players going to the coach and saying, hey, I want a night off? Or is this the players being pissed off like, hey, I want to play?
It's management and coaches. It's not the players most of the time. Almost 100% of the time, it's not. Lots of kids at the game tonight. Love to see it, especially behind the production. I enjoy seeing the kiddos having a good time. I agree with that. It is great. Weekend night, have the kids go to the game and enjoy themselves. So, yeah, I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you on that. And again, I wouldn't want to risk seating the rest millionaires. I don't even care how much money the players are making. I care how much money the fans are paying and how much money TV networks are paying to show the games. That's what I'm concerned about. I'm not concerned about how much money the players are making. This is really a problem in the league. But okay, we got our take. 74-64, Ryan. I'd be very surprised as this third quarter starting to go, and we'll wrap it up. I'll be very surprised if we're not talking about a Kings win tonight. I'll be very, very surprised.
Me too, Grant. Definitely would be shocked if they do not take this one. Actually, I'll be troubled if they do not take this one. So hopefully we're talking about a win and the beam's lit here in about an hour.
I'll talk about the Niners on my Monday show with Sean Salisbury right here. And I'll talk about the Niners on my Listen App show on Monday, but this is an NBA show. All right, Ryan, we'll talk to you after the game, my friend. Second half, just getting ready to tip off or to inbound the ball. So thanks, buddy.
All right, thanks, bud.
All right, thanks to all of you joining us right here at the half. And as I said, we will be coming back right after the game with the post-game show. Enjoy the second half, everybody.